Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. My name is Jake, and I'm very excited to get the party started on this year's box office summer showdown. We've been doing this since 2017, so this is the 8th annual boss competition. I'll tell more about what exactly we have up our sleeves and the rules and everything, but let's start introducing some friends who have been doing this for a while. We keep on adding people, it seems like, here or there. The last person we added won the last 2 years in a row, and he's not even here this year. So we will introduce people. First up, we got Kevin. How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, hey, everybody. Glad to be back.
Yep. How have you done so far in boss history?
I think I've won once.
Mm-hmm.
Got my name on the trophy, and then have finished close to, or if not dead last, every single year. Maybe close to.
These suckers are hard to predict. I think I won the first year, and that was sheer luck, and now I've been chasing that tail ever since.
Yeah, I get it.
Next up, we have Andy. How's it going, man?
It's great. Also chasing tail over here.
Always.
I'm last year's runner-up, so I'm the highest ranking person who's on the call today. So I just wanted to point that out. And also,
did I tie with you last year, Andy? I think I tied for second with you last year.
No, I was second place alone.
Give it to him, Jake.
You gotta give it to me. I also think it's cute that you put Megan 2.0 in the background.
I put a lot. There's Toxic Avenger over here too. I put a whole bunch of random stuff in here.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Next we have a person who's gonna flaunt this entire introduction. Here's Mr. Two-time himself.
Two-time. Hey boys, welcome back. It is my year. I'm ready.
You see that every year.
Dressed the part, I think 2 times speak for itself, and I think I'm still pissed off at Kevin's win because we talked about that here recently, and that was stolen from me on the last day. It shows how important this pick is and just how this all lays out. But
yeah,
happy to be back. Excited to be 2025's winner.
Can't say you're the only 2-time champ anymore, though.
Nope, not anymore.
That pisses
Alex
me
won
off.
the last 2 years in a row, and he has been choosing choices that I didn't even think of. I think last year he won because he put that Blake Lively movie. What the hell was that one? What was that called? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
The romantic
review or something.
Justin Bell-Roney, whatever the crap. I don't even remember what it's called. It was in the top 10, and nobody else had it but him.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can't even remember it. Great. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, that's how memorable it was. Anyway, welcome.
Good enough to get 10th.
Yeah. Last but not least, we got Riley in the mix. How's it going?
Hey, good evening, friends. I'm just here to have fun. I think that movie, was it like It Ends With Us?
It Ends With Us.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly
That was.
Totally forgettable, even though they're still battling in the court system.
I think the drama was more popular than the movie.
It sure was. Well, box office summer showdown. This is the basic rules of how we kind of go and play this game. We try to choose the top 10 domestic grossing movies at the box office in order from 1 through 10. If you get it dead on number 1 or number 10, you get 13 points. Dead on numbers 2 through 9, you get 10 points. If you're off by 1 in any of those, it's worth 7. Off by 2, it's worth 5. Off by any more than that, it's 3 points. Then you also have 3 other movies that are in the mix that if those sneak in, a boondoggle, if they sneak in your list, that's 1 point. We have a couple more that we'll throw in as the stream goes on, but very easy concept, but hard to master.
Convoluted as hell.
Absolutely. It absolutely is, man. But I guess we should start things off. We gotta start at the top like we always do. Who wants to give their number 1 first?
I think you should give it to the highest ranking winner from last year, right?
Andy, runner up.
It would be me. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel strongly about this as well. It's got to be a Lilo and Stitch, right?
Okay.
Is that kind of where we're all at?
Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, that's what I am.
I noticed something. So number 1, I watched the trailer again today. It's very cute. Although the little girl, I think, might kind of ruin it a little bit. That's not a good actress. I mean, you can't. It's hard to judge kids, right?
Ugly little girl.
No, she's a cute little girl. But the acting from the trailer, at least, was painful. It was like Anakin episode 1 bad is what I think. But I did notice the reason I feel so strongly about this. I didn't even think about it at the time, but they've been like stealth marketing this thing for like 3 years leading up to it, with like just products and merchandise for Lilo and Stitch. And I always kind of wonder, like, what the hell is this stuff doing in the store? This was not the most popular movie of all time, back in the day, like Nightmare Before Christmas carries merchandise forever. But suddenly this stuff starts popping up. There's like Lego sets and all this crazy stuff. And like, something's going on here. And I think they've been like incepting this into kids for like 3 years. I think it's just going to go crazy and just be the clear number one.
They've been definitely pushing that nostalgia button for the last couple of years, trying to get it back.
I feel like merchandise-wise, Stitch has been over everything for like the past decade. Like he has just been slowly growing in lovability for kids. And even though I think the first movie is okay, I think people love Stitch with a passion. And I think they stuck the landing with how Stitch looks in this movie. I don't think they're going to do anything else.
Yeah, he looks great.
He's way too cute. It's crazy. Yeah.
I have Lilo and Stitch as my number 1 too. I think that sucker is just going to clean house like crazy. I'm curious this year in particular how family fare is going to do. Budgets are starting to get super tight around households, and it might be we might not go on vacation, but we might go to the movies a couple times. And if that's the case, Lilo and Stitch is going to clean up even more than I'm thinking.
Yeah. I have it as my number 1 as well.
Yep,
I do too. I mean, it's an animated film from 2002 that it's time to bring back that dedicated fan base. And I think it's nostalgia is really going to shine through. And I don't know if live action can do it again, but I think even if it doesn't, it's going to make the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Riley, you've been awfully quiet in the corner over there. I'm assuming that you're not in agreement with all of us.
Oh, I can agree, but I'm just taking a chance with Jurassic World as my number 1.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm very curious about how much of a drop off that franchise is going to have, if it's going to at all. Dominion was a dumpster fire. I hated that movie. But are people
going to it made money though, didn't it? It made like
$1 billion, just like the past 3 have.
Worldwide. But
domestic, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Domestically, it did not perform as well.
Domestic, it was 400. I'm pretty sure.
It still did all right. Yeah.
Okay.
How terrible the movie was.
The question I was going to bring up earlier is this movie going to be rated R, or are they going to give it a PG-13 rating?
It's got to be PG-13, right?
It's got to be PG-13.
I would think so too, but they have not come out and said an official rating yet.
Kevin, we talked about this, and I thought that was really the drive behind this movie, is that they finally got to do this like rated R, hell bent. They could do much gore as they wanted.
The trailers do not look rated R.
They don't.
No.
Not at all.
I mean, Deadpool weighed what, 650 last year, didn't it?
Sure. I'm not
saying it's rated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think that I think if it's PG-13 it'll make more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And
absolutely.
They won't. It's Universal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they will not turn down more money.
No.
Correct.
They got to pay for a new park.
Swapping out Chris Pratt for ScarJo. I think that I don't know how that switch is going to do for them, but
to me, that's a good switch out. People are getting tired of Chris Pratt's stick.
Yeah.
I don't know. Chris Pratt prints money at the box office, whether it's his voice or just himself. If he seems to be box office success. ScarJo, a little bit lesser. She has like Marvel stuff, but that's about it.
Still, that guy's got to be the luckiest son of a bitch on the planet.
Got to voice Mario and Garfield.
Wow. 2 classics. Did he get Papa Smurf too?
No, that Nick Offerman I think is Papa Smurf.
Oh, that's actually a way better casting.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep. This kind of dovetails into my number 2. I picked Jurassic World Rebirth as number 2. I still think it's going to clean house. I don't think there's going to be that much of a dip. I think people will forget about Dominion just because the cast is entirely new. We'll see how it goes. Mahershala Ali also looks awesome in this movie.
Yeah, the trailer looked more exciting than the
Yeah,
last,
it does.
all
Right.
the other world ones. And
See,
but my number 2 is Lilo and Stitch, so I just swapped with you guys.
There you go.
see, for my number 2, I went How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh,
Yep.
That's risky, I think.
I couldn't give it a Jurassic World. I think that trailer's giving off Jurassic Park 3 vibes with all the flying ones, and it's just I don't know. I think there's going to be a lot of ill will because Dominion was so bad. But I mean, I still think it's going to make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
it still didn't deter people from going out to see it.
Yeah,
So that's my thing.
I was kind of looking at the box office for him. I feel like the floor for oh, did I drop something? No, I feel like the floor for these world movies is like 385 million, like domestic.
Yeah,
because even the bad one made like I think it was 385 for the bad one, or it might have been 375, which is kind of surprising because it did suck. I mean. It was a bad movie. And then I was looking up stuff. I'm like, this is the fourth Jurassic World movie.
Yes.
I'm just my mind was a little like, oh, when did that happen?
I'm pretty sure Jake and I are the only ones that like the second Jurassic World movie.
I love Fallen Kingdom. How it turns into like a Universal monster movie in the third act. I love that part about it. But yeah, we're in the minority for sure.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
They're all a blur to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of
all
where
the
I'm at.
celebrity cameos in the third one is the only thing I really remember about the third one. But
yeah,
I mean
The giant bugs.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, terrible. But let's forget about that. Anthony, what do you have for your number 2?
That's Jurassic World.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
let's
it's.
not forget about it.
I can't just because I feel like the fan bases are going to be there. I honestly wanted to see that rated R. I think it would have held back some money, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I really wanted to see the gore of it, and I guess I'm fine with it being PG-13. I think Scarlett Johansson's going to totally rock it out, but I don't know.
I'm curious. Like I would feel a lot more comfortable, and it's terrible to say this, if there was a male lead. I think people don't like seeing female leads in action movies. We might get to that a little bit later on the list.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, that might be a theme this year, but we'll see. I think the Jurassic World branding alone will carry this franchise.
Yep.
Andy, what's your number 2?
Jurassic World as well.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
gotcha. Okay, let's just go back to you then, Andy. What's your number 3?
So my next 2, I feel like you could swap them. You probably know what I'm going to go for here. So I got Fantastic Four as number 3.
Okay.
And I mean, the other one I would swap it for, my number 4 is Superman. I feel like they're going to do around the same. I feel like the Superman thing, there's like too much going on in the trailer. I feel like and they're like releasing, there's like, I feel like there's leaks, quote unquote, that they're releasing to try to drive hype for the movie. Like, oh, it's Lobo. There's like a blurry picture of Lobo. Like, you can always tell when the leaks are like fake. It's like the blurry picture. Whoa,
Right.
That's never a good sign when they start doing that. I still think it makes money, but not as much as maybe they would have hoped for. But Fantastic Four, I think it looks it's fantastic. Say that again.
Jeez.
Wow.
Let's see here. Kevin, you already said your number 3, correct?
No, I didn't. But,
How to Train Your Dragon was number 2. That's correct.
I have the same thing, but flip-flopped with Andy.
Okay,
I have Superman at number 3 and Fantastic Four at number 4.
sure.
Fitting.
I was curious how many people were going to do Fantastic Four at 4. Just because
That's
it
what
sounds
yeah.
so good.
That's the entire reason I did it.
Right. I'm still not sold on Fantastic Four. They're very, like, they're not talking about that movie yet at all. And I don't know if that's because Thunderbolts is like right around the corner or what, but I don't know if that movie is just going to be a colossal mess or what.
I don't know.
I feel like
the
it
casting
looks
was stellar.
Yeah.
I really
Casting's
don't.
Oh, you don't think it is? I think the casting's
don't.
really good. I think the casting's really good. And I think I felt when I saw the trailer, that's kind of what sold it for me, that I think it would do better than Superman, because it looks more tuned down than some of this recent Marvel stuff that's like multiverse, and the new Captain America was like, they revealed way too much in the trailer. I feel like
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel like the way they approach the trailer, the marketing, and everything is more coherent. It just kind of feels like a more family oriented movie.
But what about crypto, Andy? Crypto's for families.
Crypto is part of the problem with too much going on. It's like how many? There's like 17 villains and 25 heroes in this movie, and it's apparently like an office drama for Superman, like doing the Justice League. I don't understand like what. I guess I just don't get it at this point. Oh, I lost my.
I
Jake,
see that. We can still hear you though.
Oh no!
what movie did we see that had like that 5-minute opening of?
That was
or 5-minute
Minecraft,
scene?
but I know it's very forgettable, but that was Minecraft.
Oh, it was Minecraft. Oh, jeez.
Uh-huh.
But it seemed like that 5-minute scene really kind of hit.
For a lot of people, and
Yeah.
I would say my family would rather see a dog than the 1960s. I don't think my family's going to care about that time period at all.
Yeah, a dog and robots. That's what they want to see.
For the win. And James Gunn. James Gunn has not made a bad movie, in my opinion. And I think the James Gunn people will come out in forces to kind of make sure that his DC will start out strong.
I'm trying to think of one that I would say was bad, but even Super was great.
I like Super quite a bit. I'll go to my number 3 just because it hasn't. I mean, it's been said, but it was at your number 2, Kevin. I'm going with How to Train Your Dragon, and I think that's a little bit of a risk, but I'm playing heavy into the family-oriented side of things, and I think the lore of How to Train Your Dragon has only grown. I know that when the original came out, it only made like $150 million, and the sequels have made less and less, which is pretty sad. Domestically,
Yeah, but they got TV shows and shit
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Heyo.
There's an ad on my phone.
I thought you were going to show us your phone.
I use a phone app that like connects to the computer, and then I was playing like an ad because it's some Chinese garbage app.
The app's doing a great job so far, Andy.
It only went out twice. What are you guys talking about? Fantastic.
Talking about How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh yeah,
Number
that's
3.
that's
my
great
number
film.
3. Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers that people will come out in waves and the growth will only grow from there. I don't know. I think that's my riskiest pick out of all of these, but we'll see how it plays out.
It's a risky pick.
That's what I'm thinking too. Well, Anthony, you're pretty quiet over there.
I kind of like that we're kind of all over the board because usually like the top 5 we're all in sync. So
Right.
I'm liking this. I think this is going to be fun. I did the same as Kevin. I think it's going to be Superman in Fantastic Four.
Oh, you dirty cheater.
So I think I was a little more strategic with this one. I think Superman's risky. I think it's going to make the money, but its toughest competitor that weekend is Jurassic World.
Mhm.
So, and then you follow that up in 2 weeks with Fantastic Four. I think it gives people a chance to continue to watch Superman, and then Fantastic Four is in, and that's why I think Superman's going to do better. It has a longer span in that I've already seen Jurassic World, now I'm going to go see Superman. So, I think that's my rationale behind it. I think it's. Other than that, I think it's back to being remake. I like Peter Pascal. I think I'm with Andy. I kind of like the
casting's really
casting.
I like Pedro.
I like
Pascal
Pedro a lot
bit
better.
Peter Pascal. I've heard bad things about him.
Oh yeah, he's a awful guy.
His twin brother.
Pedro's
Yeah,
great.
send him
Pedro,
to
excuse me,
San
asshole.
Venezuela.
I do feel like we're on the bubble of Pedro Pascal, though. He's in a lot of stuff this year. I feel like that bubble could pop at any second. I don't know if
but I thought
Fantastic
that
Four will
bubble-
be what pops
I thought
it.
that
but-
bubble was going to burst at Wonder Woman 1984.
Ugh.
That movie was terrible.
No, he was like the best part of that movie.
Yeah, he came
the
out of
only
the
good
rubble
part,
of '84. Mm-hmm.
He's in those. He's in those Apple commercials now. So
Oh yeah.
It's not a good sign.
Haven't seen those.
Are you guys all caught up with The Last of Us?
No.
I'm
am.
not, but I know what happened.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Riley, what do you got for number 3?
I got same as Anthony. Superman on top of Fantastic Four. It's just
oh
the
dang.
name Superman. Everybody knows that more than Fantastic Four. It's just like the brand name will do it, money wise.
just them opening up on the same week made me nervous. I don't think this is going to be the Barbenheimer effect. I don't think people are going to see both in the same weekend. They're going to choose one or the other. That's why I didn't go Superman number 3. I did Superman number 4. I think it opening up the same weekend is going to hurt it, and I think people will pick Jurassic World over Superman. But out of the 3 superhero movies, I do think Superman carries enough gusto to get the top. So that's my number 4. And Kevin and Riley and Anthony already put their number 4 as a Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
How generic of you to do. Andy, what's your number 4?
Oh, that was where I mentioned it. I put Superman there. I think so. I feel the opposite of Anthony. I feel like being sandwiched between 2 other big movies, I think, is just going to hurt Superman. And I don't know if do you guys see any like chatter online about the Superman movie? There's a lot of like. I wouldn't even call it negativity, but it's like people saying, they don't want to see it because Cavill's not Superman and they think the casting sucks. And I don't know what that is or like if it matters at all. But every time there's like a little controversy or weird negative talk about a movie, I feel like it drives it down a little bit more than it should have been. And maybe without some of that negative like chatter, I might feel a little better about it. I mean, I still got a number 4.
Those Snyder Bros are like cockroaches, Andy.
Yeah,
they just don't go away.
Yeah, Zack Snyder's Superman is the only Superman I like.
Yeah. See, that's what I think. Like, Man of Steel was fine, but I'm not a huge Superman fan, like at all. But I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan either.
Superhero.
Yeah,
he's the worst.
He's not.
Wasn't the Superman trailer like one of the biggest watched trailers like this year or whenever it came out?
So was The Flash last year.
Yeah. That's true. Well, Superman is the biggest DC trailer for any DC movie, I think, that's ever been released.
That's not saying much, though. Andy.
But yeah, I know that's not saying much. 1 and then 2. I mean, a lot of that could be like driven by some of the controversy or just the fact that it's something new and weird, kind of.
Yeah.
But the 2 movies, Fantastic Four and Superman, I feel like they both are going to have huge marketing pushes because there's a lot riding on them as far as being successful. I mean, if they both underperform or if one or the other does, like whichever studio is kind of screwed, I feel like.
DC's filming Supergirl right now. So if Superman bombs, Supergirl is going to be a catastrophic disaster.
They're baking this whole thing on this whole reset on this Superman movie. So they gotta be seeing something.
Right.
They're connected. Like
it's a whole new universe, DC universe.
Yeah, they basically gave James Gunn the keys to the kingdom and said, "Do it."
Everything they do with DC now is connected. So games, cartoons, series, movies, they're all same voice actors, same live action actors, and they say everything is going to be the same except for the Batman. For some reason, is not. That's what they said.
They'll never lump Batman in with it because Batman actually makes money.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Peacemaker in the back of the Superman movie.
I think
Peacemaker is coming. Yeah,
Peacemaker is quote unquote canon, but he was also like he met the Justice League at the end of that series, but that scene is not canon apparently. Okay. If you read the forums, it is pretty dumb.
Andy, are you reading DC forums?
I'm on the wiki. Okay.
Oh no!
I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited for the Superman movie more than Fantastic Four or any of these other movies. I think Superman's probably the movie I'm most excited for because I think it's interesting what they're trying to do with it. I get what they're trying to do with it. I just don't feel like it is going to do more than Fantastic Four.
Well, I think just for that reason alone, I think more people will come out just to see what exactly is this DCU going to be, as opposed to what's this Marvel movie that I can watch, I guess.
That I could watch in about 2 months on Disney Plus.
That could be true. That could be true. I'm hoping I'm right. Right.
We'll find out very shortly. But we're on to number 5s now. Everybody did their 4s.
Yeah.
Who thinks they have the strongest number 5?
Oh God, I don't. But my number 5's been said by everyone already. That's where I have Jurassic World.
Ooh, that's a long ways down. Yeah, that's the lowest anybody's got.
I don't think the trailer does not look great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I've been wrong before, and I probably will be wrong again.
Well, yeah, I'm curious how this one goes. I have faith just because the past 3 have been gangbusters, so I'm going off of that. But I could also see it kind of falling off a cliff a little bit just because the 6th one was so atrociously bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, before we go on,
Yeah.
do you have Alex's list?
I do. I was going to run it down at the end, but I can run it
okay.
down now if you want me to.
I mean, it'd be nice to hear kind of where he's at if he's on the same page as us. I mean, he's the current champion.
Sure.
True.
He has. Let me pull it up here. He has number 1, How to Train Your Dragon.
Whew.
Number 2, Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
Number 3, Fantastic Four. And number 4, Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
I
not
guess
very far off the rest of our list. So
I'll go next because I have a movie that has not been talked about yet, and I don't know if I am just riding this hype train earlier than I should. But my number 5 is going to be Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts is going to make more money than Fantastic Four. It's getting nothing but positive reviews. And it has a long way to stretch before the next superhero movie comes out. I think people will want to get their fix. I think people didn't show up for Captain America because they were not hearing good things about Captain America.
it's because it's a turd.
And people want to root for Marvel again. I think this is going to be the start of that. We'll see where it goes.
I had that at number 5 too. I actually bumped it a couple because of the good reviews. Because I feel like these Marvel movies have been really, really review dependent recently. A lot of superhero movies too.
Sure.
So I mean, I could probably say the same thing for Fantastic Four and Superman. If they don't review well, I think it's gonna screw them. Since this one is reviewing well, I think it might get a little bit of that like Guardians of the Galaxy effect. The only thing I'm nervous about is like you pulled characters from some of the least popular movies and series that they've ever put out. And they've got this weird thing about the asterisks there. It's like part of the marketing I was confused about, and I don't understand. I think the reason is they're gonna say at the end of the movie, we're the Dark Avengers or something.
New Avengers is my guess. But the asterisk is there for a reason.
Something weird like that. They didn't even get the popcorn bucket right. Did you see that?
They have the Red Guardian helmet. That's okay.
They had a popcorn bucket that was an asterisk that had 5 spokes, but then in the poster it's 6 spoke asterisks.
Jesus Christ.
So they screwed it up. And also, you cut your hand if you reached in there. Yeah, it does look like a butthole. But I had that at 5 too.
Good.
Put your chocolate bar in there.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
All right, Riley, what's your number 5?
I got the Dragon remake live action. Just I'm putting like the first kids movie besides the Lilo and Stitch that I have. I think it's gonna do a little bit better than all the cartoon ones, but not sure.
Have you watched any of the How to Train Your Dragons, Riley?
The first 2, then the kids went to the 3rd one without me. But yeah, they're not really excited about it, so
that's what I'm kind of curious about. Like, from what I've heard, the remake is super solid, but it is note for note the remake of the first movie.
I was picking up on that when I watched the trailer. I'm like,
movie wasn't good.
No, the first movie's great. It's just I wish there was a little bit more originality, but I do think it's going to print money. So even
the Toothless looks like the same CGI as the old movie. Like, it doesn't look good. Like, as far as like realism, it looks. When I saw the trailer, I didn't feel like it was like I didn't feel like the quality was that great. Oddly, I don't know what it feels weird to me. It feels off.
I liked it. You could say the same thing about Stitch. He doesn't really fit into the world that he's in either.
No,
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, disagree. I think he looks good. Yeah.
I think they both look good.
I will say my daughter saw the preview for this movie and was excited.
Yeah. I know Universal just built a new theme park with one of the worlds dedicated to How to Train Your Dragon. They got a lot of buckets being pulled of this IP. They want to make sure it is a grand slam too. So
have you seen the like animatronic they have?
Yeah, that looks crazy.
It looks great.
Yeah, looks phenomenal. They use one of those robot dogs, but skin it with a baby Toothless. Looks amazing.
Huh. I'll totally look that up.
Yeah. All right, Anthony, I think you're the only one that hasn't said your number 5 yet.
Yeah, but we've said it so many times. It's How to Train Your Dragon, and I struggle to even pick it because I think I'm struggling that it's a frame for frame remake. only real life, and Butler is back as the dad. So I
I
don't
don't
know.
mind that. I think he looks okay as the dad too in live action. We'll see how it goes.
So, yeah,
Alex picked a movie that none of us have brought up yet for his number 5, and that
might
is
be.
F1.
Mm.
Really?
I'm very, very curious about that. I'm hoping that movie plays like gangbusters, but I just don't have a lot of faith in F1 in the United States.
Honestly, that's a little high, but not unheard of.
Right.
It's going to show up on my list eventually.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too. I just
Same.
yeah. There's not a lot of original IPs on here, but it's got the same director as Top Gun Maverick. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that same crowd will pop out, but I'm hoping word of mouth will spread on it. But now we are at number 6. I'll go because this movie's been said. This is where I have Fantastic Four. I have all 3 superhero movies bunched into the same corner. I could have flip-flopped Superman and Fantastic Four just like you guys, but especially I don't know. I don't know how Superman and Fantastic Four will play in August. I don't know which one people would rather go to, but there's not a lot of goodness in August to me. I think the movies that get released in July will have a long tail around them. So I don't know. I'm not super comfortable with Fantastic Four, but that's where I'm putting it. Let's go with Anthony. What's your number 6?
One that hasn't been said yet, and I'm kind of shocked because I was scared putting it this low, but I have Mission Impossible here.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. All right. Gives me hope.
Right?
There's a chance.
Mission Impossible is my favorite franchise going on right now in like the action space. I love it. They always make consistent numbers, and the last one actually kind of did a dip of what 6 did. So I don't know how many people are going to care that this is Tom Cruise's final mission as they're advertising it, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for it. That's for dang sure.
Wasn't the last one the 6th one?
No, last one was the 7th one.
Oh shit!
6 is Fallout. 7 was
Dead Reckoning Part
Part
1.
One, which is not Part 1 anymore.
Yeah, now they've called it Final Reckoning because they were going to do Part 1. I think the Part 1 also heard it when it came out.
I do too.
Yeah.
And it was 3 hours of like a non-complete story. So that never goes well.
See, I haven't
I
even
still
seen
haven't
it.
watched it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's great. There's a lot
It's
of great
actually a
action.
good movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is. I've enjoyed all of them since like 3 on.
The
I like
end,
2
Andy,
as well. I like
the
John
end,
Woo.
Andy, is pretty much like the beginning of Uncharted 2.
Oh shoot! Yeah. I remember I saw the trailer. That was part of the trailer. They were saying they ripped it off of Uncharted.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Like I'm so glad that finally like hit. Like even the Uncharted didn't do that part very well.
Right. Yeah, I need to watch that one for sure.
Yeah.
Tom
It's a long
Holland,
watch and
Tom
it's
Cruise.
full of AI garbage, but it's a fun watch. Okay, number 6, we have Andy and Kevin. Andy, what do you got?
This is where I put How to Train Your Dragon. I've just lowered it a little bit. I think when I first wrote my list, I had it at like 3 or 4, and then I watched the trailer and it felt weird. Maybe because it's such a close remake, I kind of was feeling that. And then the casting felt a little weird. I guess I don't know who anyone is, so maybe it's just fine. I don't know. But I think what really was like, okay, what am I looking at between Lilo and Stitch in this? I think it was like Toothless, the level of CGI and how it looks versus Stitch. I think Stitch just looks so much better. And then I don't know. I just feel weird about it, I guess. Not enough to like kick it off my list entirely, but it feels weird.
Right.
Hard to describe.
Totally get that. I thought putting it at 3 was kind of a risk, but I think putting it at number 1 would be absolute insanity.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, Kevin, what's your number 6?
This is where I have Thunderbolts.
Okay.
It's Marvel Suicide Squad. Okay.
Right.
Like it's getting great reviews. I think David Harbour in the trailers looks amazing, funny. I can't wait to watch it. I'm excited about it coming out this weekend. I would love to be able to sneak away and go see it.
Is there jokes in it like Suicide Squad? I've only seen like the trailer.
I mean,
today.
did you watch Suicide Squad? There wasn't really jokes in Suicide Squad either.
And And the
Which one?
In the Suicide Squad, yeah.
The Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad just was terrible.
Yeah.
I will say I'm looking at the comments and I saw that Mr. McMango talked about Final Destination.
Yes.
I wish I had confidence in that movie because I love that series,
Me too.
but it's not gonna make anything at the box office.
We'll see. That might come up later in my list.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Uh-oh.
Dark horse.
We'll see how it goes. There is a horror
That's a
movie
dark
in my
horse.
list. Which one that is, I will have to wait and find out.
That's a dark horse if I ever saw one.
It's definitely not at number 7. I can tell you that much. 7 for me is where I had F1. I think it is going to get an audience. I know personally I plan on taking my dad and my father. I take them to the movies once a year. This is the total bro movie this year, just to turn your brain off and hear cars go vroom. And with Brad Pitt in the mix too, that's just the cherry on top. I cannot wait to see this in IMAX. And I think a lot of people are going to see it in IMAX too.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback on that because this is where I have F1 as well. I feel like this is the movie that will have, if it does, and I think it will, it'll have like a really great trailer in theaters that really like gets people like, holy shit, we gotta go see this. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it though. I mean, just because it's a new IP and Brad Pitt doesn't really pull like he used to. But you know, hearing that it's from the same director as Maverick, and kind of getting maybe the scope and the scale of the cinematography going with like being able to feel the speed of the cars. I think that kind of pumps it up a little bit to me.
Brad Pitt really hasn't done a movie like this before. So I don't know if people will be interested just to kind of see his turn in a sports movie. I know he did Moneyball, but that's about all that I can think of. I know. So I'm just thinking sports movies in my head.
Yeah.
Hoping for good things with F1. Let's go, Riley. What's your number 7?
7, I have Elio.
Ooh.
I have no idea what it is. I just did some math with the previous Pixar movies and put it there.
Yeah. This is one where I'm very happy I watched the trailer before I did anything.
Because it's bad.
I love Pixar, and this one looks rough. This one looks super generic. Like Pixar did not make it.
Strange Planet.
So did Elemental though, and that was number 10 that year.
8 or number 9.
That was 10. Was it 8 or 9?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it opens at $25 million and just continued to creep all summer long.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
And that is really one of the main animated movies out there for tiny kids. So I could see it doing the same thing. Yeah, I didn't have it high for 7, but I might have it on the list too. Kevin. Kevin, what's your number 7?
This is where I have Mission Impossible.
Okay.
Not much more to say about it. It's been a long running season. I'm glad to see it end.
Or is it?
Probably not. It's going to pull a Fast and the Furious on us, and they're going to go to fucking space or some shit.
This is the first movie where Tom Cruise looks old in the movie. Like, I didn't even think 7. I didn't think he looked old in 7, but this one, he's just like, oh my God, what are you still doing?
I don't know, man. It's that one tooth in the middle of his face. It just really bugs me.
Yeah, ever since you pointed that out, I can never unsee it.
I'll never unsee it. It's disgusting.
One of those things. Anthony, what's your number 7?
This is where I have Thunderbolts. I think it's, I might come to regret this because I want this movie to do well, but I don't know. I feel like the more I keep reading about it, I'm almost scared that I didn't put this as my boondoggle. It has such a huge budget.
No way.
$200 million.
It's going to make money. Marvel in the summer makes money, guaranteed. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Do you want to just kick off and go number 8, Anthony?
Like opening weekend.
I don't know about opening weekend, but I think in its run it won't have a issue, especially how early it's opening. I think it'll be fine.
That's true.
You don't think it's going to make 200 million?
No, I think it's going to. It's not going to have a problem.
So,
it's a good possibility it makes an opening weekend. It's getting really good word of mouth.
Yeah, it
looks like a fun time.
I'm curious. The whole thing we haven't talked about yet is the China of it all. I know that they are they're taking in less U.S. movies because of the situation that we're in right now. That could affect a lot of worldwide box office.
Oh shit! I didn't think about
that when I was going through my list, but I I want to say they used to do 12, and now they're doing 6. Like they cut it in half as of right now, and I don't know what movies those are going to be.
If they don't take in Jurassic World, we could see F1 being the number one worldwide in Europe.
Maybe. Yeah, that makes sense.
F1 will do really good overseas.
I think it will, yeah.
I'm banking that
It won't do.
China will do Jurassic World. They have to.
There's no way. There's no way race cars does dinosaur money.
True.
Yeah. Well, speaking of F1, that's definitely where I have my number 8. So
Vroom vroom. Okay, let's just keep on going. Andy, what do you got for 8?
A new film enters the mix. I've got Bad Guys 2 here.
Ooh.
This is my I think so. Bad Guys 1 didn't do that great in theaters, but it's had a crazy run on Netflix with
Agreed.
I think it was like a top streaming movie for a long time.
Yep.
They keep doing they did 2 specials, Halloween and Christmas, and I watched the Halloween one, which I thought was really cute, and my daughter loved it, and I feel like it's going to ride some momentum, and it's going to outperform the first one for sure.
The first one opened up in March or April too. It wasn't in the heat of the summer. This one opens up first week of August, if I remember. Yep. So it's got a whole month to do some business.
Yep.
I've seen that movie more times than I care to. But
it's so good.
It's not bad.
I've never seen it. Movie. I only saw the Halloween special, but I thought it was funny.
It's fun.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Your kids
it's watchable. It's definitely watchable.
Okay, well, we'll give it a shot.
Sure.
I like the placement. Good job.
Okay, Kevin, what's your number 8?
Oh, this is where I have F1.
Okay.
I think this is going to be the Top Gun Maverick of this one.
I'm hoping so. You and Anthony have very similar lists this year.
Yeah, he's a follow. No, I'm just kidding.
Didn't you quote yourself as you started it this morning and you finished it before this? Okay.
Oh yeah, dude, I put no effort into this list.
Yeah, we can tell, Kevin.
Oh, you know what though? I figure it can't hurt anything. I did pretty terrible last year.
Right. True. Sometimes that's the way to go. I'm not going to win anyway. I might as well put no time into it either.
Yeah. Overthinking this is going to get me just as bad as I was going to do anyway.
Right.
Full gut is usually the best way to go.
Yeah. Riley, what do you got for your number 8?
This is where I have Thunderbolts, which I basically just heard of today in our group chat.
Oh no!
So the marketing, your guys are my marketing for this movie. I checked out one of the trailers, and it made me move it from number 9 to number 8. I had it on my list, so I knew of it from looking at lists. But yeah, I got slightly more excited that it might make money, and with the good reviews and all that. But yeah.
No, I'm excited to go see Thunderbolts, but yeah. Well, I'm curious to see how much it makes. My number 8 was Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I think 7 hurt this, and I still don't think a lot of people have seen 7. So if they haven't seen 7, they're probably not going to see 8 in theaters at the very least.
2/3 of this panel have not seen.
Yeah, and they watch movies, so it makes me even more nervous. I'm glad I put it at where I did at number 8. So we'll see how it goes. I'll go right into my number 9. It's a movie that no one has talked about yet. And I am hoping Chugga Chugga Little Engine That Could. People have loved this franchise for so long. It's going to be Ballerina 9.
It's a horror.
Final Destination Bloodlines, number 9.
Oh, it is.
Doing it. I'm doing it. We'll see if it bites me in the butt or not. But I think people love that franchise. And I think people want to have a good communal time at the theaters getting scared and watching things get set up. That trailer also did gangbuster numbers. So I'm really hoping people want to go out and have a group scare together.
It didn't have a moment like the logs on the back of the truck. That is the only thing I remember from the 2000s, that trailer. Everyone knew the trailer, and a lot of people didn't see the movie. That trailer, I watched it too. It didn't really do anything for me. I was kind of thinking bro, you're not going to drink the glass the way he's sipping on the water.
Which trailer? Because I've seen 2 different trailers, and both of them I've been like, this is fun.
Yeah. The barbecue one, where they're having the barbecue, and you can, and then the guy's like, oh, my grill's going to blow up. I don't know. There was like too much setup almost. I've not seen any of these movies, but I feel like
What?
the back of a truck, boom, right through your face. Oh, that's effective. But like, oh, there's glass on the ground, or there's a piece of glass in his drink. Oh no! Like, come on,
buddy.
I don't know.
That was a better setup than anything in the 3D one.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Every movie but the fourth one in that franchise is very fun. And I'm thinking
Extremely
that
fun.
people have loved this franchise. There hasn't been one in so long that people will want to come out and see this. Horror is pretty big at the moment. It's continued to grow the past few years. I'm hoping people go to see this in the summer.
Let me know when you want to go see it, because I will go with you in a heartbeat.
Absolutely,
I freaking love this.
Yeah.
This
I want to see this
franchise.
movie with as many people as possible. I think it's going to be a blast.
Absolutely. It's going to be fun as hell.
Yeah. Riley, what do you have for number 9?
This is where I have F1.
Okay.
Yeah, just I forgot what I based it on. Kind of the Maverick numbers, maybe pushed up a little bit. Just the same director, and I don't know. People are into F1 now. F1 bug hasn't caught me, but a couple of my other friends have caught it. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be big.
Yeah, that's the biggest wild card for me this year. I have no idea where that's going to be at. Just because it's new. It's a new
I
IP.
have heard it's become a little more popular in the United States too. Like there's an F1 channel that does pretty good numbers. Like it's like a cable or some kind of weird channel.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the fastest growing sports in the country, apparently.
That's what I hear. I know they had a race in Vegas not too long ago. That's my entire knowledge of F1 right there.
There's a big Netflix series that's very popular too.
Is there?
Drive to Survive, I think.
There's another Netflix series that is very popular that also has a movie coming out this year that no one has talked about yet. So that's very funny.
Are you going to talk about it?
I'm not talking about that one.
I don't have it on mine.
Okay, let's go. I'll bring it up once everything's done, just in case anybody has it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Anthony, let's go with your number 9.
All right, this is where I have ELO. I, again, don't know anything about it. I feel like the budget's pretty big for a Pixar movie. I don't know. It's coming in the middle of June. I think it'll make some money. Hopefully rank 9, because it is really that kids movie. I tried to sprinkle in, if you look at my list of kid movies throughout my list. So that's the justification for it. Other than that, I don't know. I just kind of placed it.
Let me jump in here, because apparently Anthony and I have the same list.
Oh, no.
It's number 9 as well.
That's never good. That's never good.
Damn it. Anthony, we're going to tie. You know that, right? Hopefully we tie for the win.
We've got different dark horses, maybe.
Probably.
So Andy, you're the last one. What do you got?
This is where I did just realize what you're talking about for the other series that's popular that has a movie, and I'm thinking about it too. But this is where I have Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. I feel like the box office take for this caps out around 190, like max. Yeah, I mean they're great movies, but they don't do as well at the box office, unfortunately.
In this market, 190 might be good enough for 5th.
That's true too. Yeah, a lot of these I had pretty close to each other. I mean, last year there was a ton. Like the first top 2 movies made like 600 each domestic. Yeah. So I feel like there's not going to be anything that's like 2 movies doing that this year. But I feel like it will be spread out quite a bit.
Yeah, very excited to see what happens. But now I'm excited to see what you guys have for number 10, because the number 10 is just as important as the number 1, and it's the harder one to pick. So I'm going to go right back to you, Andy. What do you got for your number 10?
We've not talked about it.
Okay.
And it's in the same vein as Final Destination. I know what you did last summer here.
Not where I thought you were going, Andy.
And I watched the trailer, and it's like a true slasher, like a sexy slasher. There's like the opening scene is like the tits in the tub. I'm like, you know what? This is what America fucking wants right now.
Yeah, right.
It's this slasher, this titty slasher movie. Like hot teenagers, we're doing it. Who cares about the culture? It's a slasher movie, and it's number 10. It's making money. I know what you did last summer. Also, the plot dumb as shit.
Of
You could
course,
just tell,
Freddie
With all of
Prinze
them,
Jr.'s
with
back.
all of them.
and they're leading into it. So I kind of want to see it. I don't care about these movies at all, but it looks really fun and stupid. So I give it number 10.
You let me know when you're gonna go see it because I want to see it too. It looks
Alright.
dumb as shit.
Yep.
Is this a reboot or the same title?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I think
No
it's
reboot,
I
it's
think
a-
it's a
it's a
continuation.
Yeah, because Freddie
'Cause
Prinze is back.
Freddie Prinze is
uh,
back.
what's her? Jennifer Love Hewitt is back.
In the trailer,
No,
Freddie Prinze
I didn't
Jr.
see
says
her in it.
this isn't the first time murders like this have happened in this specific small town. Like what?
Because
Oh, it's so
we
stupid.
hit somebody with a car years ago.
Yeah.
When does that one come out?
So
Do you
dumb.
remember?
I got it listed. It's July 18th.
Okay,
Yep.
that's
So it's
pretty much
got
when
it's
you want
got
it to come
time.
out. I want to say, if I remember correctly, the killings in that one happened like 4th of July weekend, so you want that to come like in July at some point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, curious. I did not have that one on my radar, if I'm being honest, Andy. So that
Not
could
at
be a
all
genius
where I
pick.
thought you were going with the legacy horror, but
Right.
But
Mhm.
I'm going to sneak in here because I'm
You
going to
should.
stick with horror for number 10.
Yeah.
I'm going 28 years later.
Yep.
I think this is coming out at a decent time. I think it's got a following as well. And I think it's going to do just enough to get 10 numbers.
buddy, zombies are back. If
They-
Last of Us taught us anything, zombies are back.
They are, but that franchise has never made money, like ever.
Mm.
And I know that this is the first of 3 new 28 year
Oh.
movies.
Oh,
The next one is already
Oh.
shot, coming out in January. I just don't know. I'm excited to go see this, but this would be a movie I'd be okay to watch at home. I'm not going to crave to see this one in theaters,
Agreed.
but I'm very curious to see how it does because again, this was waffling in my wild cards for the longest time.
It wouldn't be me if I didn't put a horror film in my top 10.
Right? No, totally get it. One usually pops out.
Jake, have they announced the title of the next one? You
It's
said
29 years later.
That's
No,
what I was thinking.
it's 28 years later, something. I can't remember what it is.
Oh, Colin.
Electric Boogaloo.
And then the third one will actually have Cillian Murphy back, but it depends on how the first 2 do, is what I've heard.
Cillian Murphy, Oscar winner Cillian Murphy is not coming back for that fucking franchise.
I bet I could see him doing it. I want to
Is
say
Danny
he's a
Boyle
producer
coming
on this one, on 28 Years Later,
Is Danny Boyle coming back?
directing the third one. If it makes money. That's what they
If it
keep on
makes
saying.
money.
Yeah. This one won't be made if the other 2 bomb. So we'll see. I'm rooting for it because I love this franchise, and I think that trailer did exceptionally well too.
Yeah.
But
Because weren't people saying that he was a zombie in the trailer?
Yes, they
Was that-
were.
So that's not real then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say no, but it really looks like him. It really does. Let's see here. Who out of the 3 of us has the most surprising number 10? Do you think?
Mine's not surprising. It's been said already once.
Okay,
Same.
you go, Kevin.
I have Bad Guys 2.
Ooh.
Same.
But
Okay.
these movies do exceptionally well.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
that's why I went Elio for my number 10. I think it has more headway than Bad Guys, but I could see Bad Guys cleaning up. I know
Yeah.
school starts around like that end of August time, so I'm just
Where was Bad Guys for you, Jake?
Bad Guys is not on my list.
Oh, okay.
But Elio is my number 10 just because it comes
Yeah.
out in June. I think people are still going to want to shove their kids into something.
Yeah, that's why I had Elio at number 9.
Mm-hmm. Very, very smart. But okay. I think that is every single one of our lists from 1 through 10. I have not done Alex's. Let me go back. My bad. Last we were here, 5 was F1. 6 is Superman.
Okay.
7 is Bad Guys 2. He's got a crazy list, let me tell you.
He always does, man, and he won twice in a row.
Yeah. 7 is Bad Guys 2. 8 and 9 are movies we have not talked about yet.
Oh,
Number 8 is From the World of John Wick.
no.
Very curious
Okay.
about that one. I don't know how Ana de Armas is going to do leading a franchise like that. They are marketing John Wick like crazy now, but I think it might be too little too late. We'll see.
Okay.
Number 9, I wanted to put on my list badly. There's just not enough time for it to do much, and that's Freakier Friday.
Mm.
I think that has enough nostalgia power behind it to get people like in the theaters to go see it. It just only has 2 weeks to make money, and I don't see it making top 10 numbers in 2 weeks.
Dude, he had 2 of my dark horses on his list.
Yeah. And number 10, he had Elio.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay. Wild card time. Since he had 2 out of your 3, you want to just go with yours, Kevin?
Yeah, I had for my dark horses, I had Ballerina from the world of John Wick. They're really pumping that John Wick shit
hard right now. Yeah.
John Wick 4 made a ton of money.
It did.
But I don't think Keanu's going to be enough to carry this into the top 10. But if he does, great. Then I got it as a dark horse.
Yep.
I put Freakier Friday on there as a dark horse, and then I put 28 years later.
Sure.
So.
I had Bad Guys 2 because I do think there is a good chance that might do some damage. I did Ballerina just because the stair-stepping of the John Wick franchise has only grown. So maybe if it makes 4 to 3 money, it would, because John Wick 3, when that came out in the summer, that was in the top 10. So I could see Ballerina hitting those numbers and being safe. And then a movie we haven't talked about yet. I don't know if people are going to come out to theaters to see it, but I picked Karate Kid Legends.
No, you did.
It was in between that and 28 years, and I think the family-friendly fare has a better shot than the dark horror stuff.
It hasn't been profitable for a while, right?
Well, that Jackie Chan Karate Kid made a good chunk of change, and Cobra Kai is very popular.
I guess. I don't know. Yeah. This one looks like shit, though.
It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. I'll be honest.
No, I had that as I almost put that at number 10 on mine, but it's on my dark horse as well. Just because, I mean, they're bringing back Machio. They're bringing back Jackie Chan.
Yep.
I feel like there's always a movie that does really well with like some group in America. I feel like this could do well with Asians, just because it's like when you watch the trailer, it's like very like urban Asian style, that kind of story, like Gran Torino kind of, except kid friendly.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, is he gonna call a bunch of people the N-word?
Jackie Chan might. You never know with him.
Actually, go to the theater to see that.
I don't know if that would sell a ticket for me, but
wouldn't. We lost Anthony at the end.
Offended Anthony. Yeah,
he's in HR. He can't be present for that. My other wild cards were Elio and Ballerina.
Sure. No, all those make sense. Riley, do you have any crazy picks for your wild cards?
No, I think they've all just been said.
Because I'm gonna go to bed.
I have Karate Kid. So, I was just gonna ask, does anybody know is that part of the Netflix world?
No, it's
gonna come to Netflix like in 2 months, or?
I don't think so. It's a Sony developed project, so it'll probably come there eventually, but no.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a pretty decent theatrical push.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So I got Freakier Friday, Karate Kid, and 28 Years Later.
Sure.
Which is my only horror movie so far. So
one of those has to pop, right? There has to be a horror in the top 10, I would think.
Something. Yeah.
This is the first year I haven't put one in there.
Yeah. No one's talked about Megan 2.0 yet. What's going on?
Dude, that trailer was trash.
I could see this doing some Barbie shit, though. I really could. Getting
way.
I could see this being like a Minecraft and having, or a fucking Minions and people dressing up to go to this stupid thing.
No.
I can totally see it. I can totally see it.
People do not like the first movie that much.
No
way.
It made a lot of money, though. It made over 100 million.
I don't know.
And this one is pretty much like a T2. Like, she's now the good guy.
But then again, nobody else has mentioned I Know What You Did Last Summer at all. So I might be totally just like whack here.
I'm rooting for that one hard. I think
too. I'm rooting
a load
for
of fun.
That whole preview where she talked about I don't remember, hold on to your vaginas or whatever, was like, yeah, that's about enough of that for me.
It's like it's trying too hard. But Minecraft was trying really hard too, and that did gangbusters. So I don't know. I have no idea.
This movie doesn't have no chicken jockey.
It doesn't.
God.
By the way, that Minecraft movie was flipping terrible.
It's not great. Not great at all.
I'll probably never see it.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
I really hope that's true, Andy.
Yeah,
I think my kids might want to hate watch it. They don't like anything popular, so.
Oh.
But they like making fun of things. So
there's a lot.
Kids.
The director,
you're doing something right, Riley.
Yeah.
The director of Napoleon Dynamite did this one, and there's a llama reference, and there's a tater tot reference. Like he is still like stuck in that time frame, and super cringe. Not my thing. Not my thing.
Kids loved it though. Gonna make
yes,
$1 billion.
Yes, they did. And other kids like to throw popcorn all over the fucking place and bring chickens and stuff. So, okay, Anthony, I think you're the only one that has not set his wild cards yet.
Awesome. Sorry, my thing died off on me, so I had to panic mode there. But
That's all good.
so we've said a lot of this. John Wick, I've got as a dark horse. I've got The Bad Guys 2. I want this to do so bad because I want this to, so good because it's such a good movie. But this is where I had Megan 2.0.
Okay, we
There
do
it
have
is.
somebody doing it. Let's go.
Somebody's got the sex bot.
Yeah, I could see it doing something. I really could. I didn't have enough faith to put it anywhere, but I could see it doing something.
Yep.
Let's see here. Alex, for his dark horses, he had Thunderbolts. He didn't even have that in the top 10.
What
Wow.
the?
Ooh, and he put
I had
Elio
that
at number
point.
10 and in his dark horses, so that's not great.
Well, I don't think that's
Oops.
right.
Yeah, and then 28 years later is his other one. Let's see here. Next up, we should do The Boondoggle. The Boondoggle is the movie that we think is going to lose the most money for the studio. And this is a worldwide box office total for this movie compared to its budget. Who would like to start things off here? I guess we could start with Alex. Alex did Mission Impossible. Dead Reckoning, or Final Reckoning, because I want to say the budget for that movie is like $300 million or some shit like that.
I think I won, or I got second place. I picked The Boondoggle pretty consistently. I'll throw it out here. I put it on my dark horse, but I also think Ballerina could be, just because I think the cast seems expensive. I don't know what the budget is, but I say this every year, and I'm always right. The female-led action movie thing just doesn't really work. I think even if this is in the established universe of John Wick, it's not a movie about John Wick. It's about this ballerina character that's been lightly referenced in one movie or two. I thought this was going to be a series on HBO or something.
No, Peacock.
Even worse.
As a series for the Continental, that's already a thing.
Oh, that's what that is. See,
And no one cares about that.
Yeah, did anyone watch that? I don't think.
No.
I like John Wick, and I'm not watching that.
Yeah, like John Wick, the draw is Keanu. He's the guy. We don't care about Anna de Armas or whatever her name is, dancing around and being like the budget of Black Widow, which that ballerina assassin thing's been done to death. What are they thinking with this? I think I don't know.
It's Red Sparrow again.
Yeah, it's Red Sparrow.
Yeah.
It's Black Widow. Like
Black
it's the exact
Widow,
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The production budget for that movie is $90 million, Andy.
Oh, that's it. Fuck.
That's what I see.
I'm screwed.
Okay. Well, let's hope it tanks really fucking bad then.
I'm not hoping so. I like Lionsgate, and that's like the only movie they have coming out this summer, and they need a win. They've had a lot of clunkers on their hands.
That's because they put on a lot of shit movies, Jake.
Yeah, Borderlands was not great. I watched that movie. No one should watch Borderlands.
Oh, that was last year's Boondoggle.
I haven't.
Not great.
I haven't, but I'm going to.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
It's that bad?
It's not fun at all. Kate Blanchett is the only reason to see that movie.
Should we reinstate the shit show?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal. Yes, the shit show is where we bring the worst movie that we can think of that came out in the past 12 months.
Yeah.
And we have a marathon of terrible movies. That would be a fun one.
And hopefully we sit there and make fun of them. But I don't remember the last one we had. We did not really make fun of them. It was just sad.
I liked that Snowman movie we watched.
I hated that Snowman.
I thought that was like
I would
pretty
bring
good.
this.
I don't know. I kind of like
I would bring
Oh,
Flight
no.
Risk. Flight Risk is
All
terrible. Terrible, but fun. Like it's a movie that's so bad, and I want to watch it with a lot of people. But
Is that about how he would have stopped 9/11? Remember you said that?
It's about an airplane, yeah. Oh, and the spoilers for the movie, he's actually bald.
Oh no!
Bald Marky Mark is the best Marky Mark.
That's the entire movie. It's not great. Riley, what do you got for your boondoggle?
Okay, I had F1 just because the budget looked crazy. I read something like they reshot everything like it was CG and then they shot real stuff or something like that.
The movie, they didn't want to put it out during COVID times, but they filmed a lot of it during COVID times. And I guess for F1 races, the sponsorships that they have switch year after year. So because they had so many reshoots, all of the sponsored stuff changed. So none of it matched up chronologically in the movie.
Oh,
so
that's
they
a good pick.
a lot of this movie.
That's a great pick.
Wow.
And that has a $300 million budget as well.
Oof.
Yeah.
There it is. Riley, you got it.
I mean, it's possible it could get close, like worldwide, but
that's my thing. I think it still might do pretty well worldwide. And the thing is, it's made by Apple, so they do not care if they take a loss on this sucker at all.
Yeah.
And they want to make it look as nice as possible. So I that's a good pick. Very strong pick.
Okay. Well, I was actually gonna. This is the one I always do the worst at, and this is what ChatGPT gave me.
Somebody should have done their entire list on ChatGPT. That would have been very fascinating.
It's not very good. Like it took me a while to like get in what I was trying to ask, but yeah.
It feels like I did that today.
Feels like?
I didn't, I swear.
He said it only took him 20 minutes.
What was coming out, and I went, oh, that's probably about right.
So, Kevin, what do you got?
So my original pick was that Paul Thomas Anderson movie that's coming out with Leonardo DiCaprio that's like 3 hours long, and it's going to be like the budget was like $175 million, and it's going to make $0 at the box office. But it's coming out later than I expected.
Caught Stealing. Yeah, I forgot about that movie.
What was it?
Caught Stealing, right?
No, it's called like I don't remember, like Battles Everywhere or something.
So, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory thing. Like he's like, Battles Everywhere or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna make $0 at the box office, and it had like $150 or $175 million budget.
Huh. I don't see that one on here.
That's because
one battle after another.
After Labor Day.
One battle after another. That's
that might be why I didn't see it. Okay.
And I am predicting that the Naked Gun movie is going to be a bomb.
I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not too, but comedies don't often cost that much to make, so
I have to look at that.
I think it's going to make $0 at the box office. So that's what I picked, is Naked Gun.
I looked up the Naked Gun production budget. It said $12 million. That's the original movie. I gotta look up.
I know it's not going to win, but I had to pivot really quick.
I don't even see it on here. It's directed by one of the guys from Lonely Island, the guy who directed MacGruber. So I have faith in this movie.
MacGruber.
Yeah,
but I think this Naked Gun movie looks like absolute trash.
Sure.
So
I picked a movie that I just knew was a thing a couple days ago, and it's coming out in a couple of weeks, but I don't think it's going to make any money. It's called Shadow Force. It stars Idris Elba and Kerry Washington, directed by Joe Carnahan, and its production budget is $60 million. So I really think this sucker will not even make 10 at the box office. So I'm hoping that a $50 million loss will be enough to win.
What's it even about?
It's a generic action movie. Like I don't know. I've never seen the trailer or anything. It just does not look good. From what
they're protecting their family. That's generic as it gets. It says the byline of the movie is, "I care about my family and I will kill to protect them."
Jesus Christ. I feel a lot better with my pick now. Yeah.
Good call.
That is the most generic line I've ever read.
Yeah. No.
Method Man, isn't it?
Listen, Idris Elba and me both. Like we both care about our family. Turns out.
I care about my family and I will kill to protect them.
No one cares enough to go see it. That's for sure.
Yeah. That movie's gonna make zero money at the box office.
Yes. Anthony, you're the last one. Boondoggle time.
I don't feel good about this one, but I had to put something out there.
Mhm.
I feel like this is where Elo could end up. I don't
What's
think
its product? I didn't even look at that one. I got to
It's
see
about-
what.
if I looked right, it's about
Yeah.
200 million.
No way.
Well, if it does elemental numbers, it'll probably do like 120. So that's not a terrible pick at all.
We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens. But
yeah.
I don't know. There's not anything about it, and I'm like you, Jake. I watched the trailer. I was like, "Ugh, this is gonna be terrible."
Looks very bad. Like, I love Pixar and I want all of their original IPs to succeed, and I am not rooting hard for this one at all. From what I've heard, like the movie was pretty much done, or the majority of it was done. They switched directors, so that's never really a good sign. Yeah. Okay. Everybody did their boondoggles. Last thing we have to pick is the worldwide, what we think will be the number one movie at the box office worldwide. And we can start with you, Anthony, if you want to. We'll just swing back.
Yep. I think we're all gonna hopefully have the exact same ones, but I think this
Probably.
is Jurassic World.
That's what I have.
Yeah, dinosaurs beat race cars.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Jurassic World. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. And I don't think Alex did this one. he didn't put any worldwide on there.
He didn't need the extra point.
yeah, he's just confident.
Yeah.
You just put it down for Jurassic World. No one's gonna get points on this. We're all the same.
Mm.
Well, here, I want to share the screen before we go and just go over some other movies that are coming out this year that we have not talked about yet. Where is this list at? This one. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to start at the top. Talked about Thunderbolts. Nobody talked about The Surfer. Andy, this is Nicolas Cage.
Dude, that
Oh,
movie's gonna make no money.
I didn't even hear about this.
Nicolas Cage is a surfer, and he's trying to surf at the place that he grew up as a child, and the
Is
people
he?
around him are telling him, no, you can't do this, and they're like
Oh,
being very physical with him. So
they should,
he, starts to rage. Starts to
should
rage.
not
After Nicolas
surf.
Cage.
Yes.
Clown in a cornfield. That sounds terrible.
I thought
Listen,
about it because it's like snakes in a plane.
No,
That kind of
that was
thing.
it was a really popular book.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was a really popular
Mhm.
book, a horror book that came out like 2 years ago. And it's like I live in Iowa and clowns are like my biggest fear. So
Yeah, they are.
That's true.
fuck that movie.
I have no idea what fight or flight is.
That's Marky Mark being bald, but he fights a lot of people in bars instead of
Is it a Mark Wahlberg movie?
No, I have no fucking
Oh, okay.
It could be. It sounds like a Mark Wahlberg.
It
movie.
sounded believable coming out of
Yeah,
your.
the title
Oh,
sounds
listen,
like
I'm
Mark
good at
Wahlberg.
lying.
Friendship is one that I am excited about. It's got Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like I think you should leave sketch for a
Yes.
whole movie. Very cool.
I really hope that one does well. I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
I want to go see it in the theaters. I think.
Yep.
You holler at me when you go to that one.
I support A24 stuff. So yeah, I cannot wait for this one. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Have no idea what that is.
What is that?
I guess I could click on it, see if that works. Let's do this. It'll pop up a different screen. Oh, this is the one with The Weeknd and Jenna Ortega.
No thanks.
Okay, it sounds like I'll miss that one.
It's pretty much Misery. Like a retelling of Misery.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
That too.
The Ruse, don't know what this one is either. It's still don't know what it is from reading it. An in-home caregiver fears for her life after being assigned to a mysterious elderly patient. That sounds
Never.
very boring. Why is that coming out in theaters? Next, Sohee is high school student Sohee starts training for a job at a call center, but the greed of her company leads to her death. Yikes.
Is that like? I don't know. That sounds terrible. That sounds like what's that Lakeith Stanfield movie? Thank you. Claire.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. I want to say. Oh my god.
Sorry
that's
to bother
purple
you.
background. No. Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry to bother you. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
You got it right.
Good. The Last Rodeo is a Christian movie.
Yeah, that's gonna do gangbusters.
Oh, that should have gone at
Probably
eight.
will. It
Yeah.
probably will.
It's number
It's
one.
a Christian rodeo film. Like, how is that
Yeah,
not going to
oh,
make
no.
all the money?
Oh,
We all messed up.
Didn't they fake the box office for the last Christian movie?
Yeah, they did. The churches buy a bunch of tickets to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what was that one with Jim Caviezel about sex trafficking?
Yeah, no, I remember it. Something of freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
Sound of Freedom.
That made a shit ton of money and was on the list last year.
It did. Yeah. Oh, Kevin, here we go. The Phoenician Scheme.
I'm gonna go see that day one.
Newest Wes Anderson joint.
Fuck yeah, I'm here for it.
I want to say, didn't Asteroid City come out in the summer last year and did nothing?
That's correct.
Yeah.
You and I went and saw it, and it was okay.
I was whelmed. Yeah, that's about it.
It was okay.
Dangerous Animals is a Shudder film, so I don't know why that's in the theaters. Life of Chuck, a Stephen King adaptation, directed by Mike Flanagan.
Oh, that's interesting.
I hadn't even heard of that one, but
it's more like a uptelling story, like a Shawshank or Green Mile. I've heard very good things about it, but
we really like Mike Flanagan in this house.
Yes, so, I'm a big fan of his too. Stars Tom Hiddleston and kind of goes through his entire life. Imagine that.
Huh.
Yeah.
Listen, Mike Flanagan has been good lately.
Yeah.
Agreed.
House of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix.
Yeah.
That's good.
Also,
I thought he did wonders with Dr. Sleep. I was shocked at how good that movie was.
Dr. Sleep was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he's got the rights to The Gunslinger, so I'm excited to see his adaptation of that.
Yeah. Next one up, we have Materialists, which is an A24 romantic comedy with Dakota Johnston, Chris Evans, and Pedro Pascal. Speak of the devil.
Does anybody think A24 is getting way too mainstream, or is that just me?
I'm rooting for them. I'm glad they're putting out more movies, but
it's not a mark of like quirky, weird movie anymore, or like it's kind of. They do a lot of like wider release stuff. I feel like now.
The problem is they won an Oscar.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there you go.
I will say that Warfare, I'm like they still make little gems. Like Warfare is one of my favorite movies of the year so far.
Warfare, if you haven't seen it in theaters, go see it in theaters. It's freaking great.
It's well worth your time for sure. Next one, Off the Grid, which is a Josh Duhamel hunting movie. A brilliant scientist goes on the run instead of weaponizing his invention. That sounds generic too. Yep, no thank you.
Stream it?
No, I won't even do that.
Nope.
A movie that was on nobody's list. Smurfs, everybody.
I almost put it on my dark horse.
I'm good with Smurfs.
There's no way this movie's going to do anything.
It is by far like the fifth best kids movie coming out.
This movie's like 5 years too late. It stars Rihanna as Smurfette.
Oh,
like, this is going to do nothing. This is going to do nothing.
Wasn't she Smurfette last time? Or was that Katy Perry or some shit?
I don't think it was Rihanna. Katy Perry sounds right. Let's see here. Talked about, I know you did last summer, Fantastic Four, Naked Gun, Bad Guys 2, Freakier Friday, Weapons. Let's go. The newest movie from Zach Krager, director of Barbarian.
No, that one I'm excited about.
This movie sounds interesting. A multi-story horror epic about the disappearance of a high school student in a small town. Like, I guess an entire class at like 2:17 in the morning completely disappears. Also stars Pedro Pascal, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it does.
He's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, he is. 4 movies in the summertime. Like, that's crazy.
He's like Eva Edris that year that he was in like Zootopia. He was
sure.
So, hold on. Weapons, like that guy. The fact that he was from like Those Aren't Muskets. Like he was from a comedy group, right?
Yeah, the Whitest Kids You Know, right?
Yeah, Whitest Kids You Know, not Those Aren't Muskets.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whitest Kids You Know. The fact that he is making movies that are getting like full theatrical releases makes me very happy.
And isn't his next movie after this the Mortal Kombat reboot or something like that, or Street Fighter or something like that?
Sorry, again?
No, it's not more. It's a video game adaptation, but I can't remember what he got his hand.
Is it like Primal Fury? Are they making that?
I can't remember. Somebody should look that up while I'm doing.
They're not making a Primal Rage video game.
Primal Rage. No, I'm thinking of something else.
Fatal Fury.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, Killer
I wish-
Instinct.
No, I know.
They
It's a
turned
video game,
Animal.
but I don't think it's a fighting game. I don't know why I said Mortal Kombat. A movie that I'm excited for that is not going to do any business. Nobody 2.
Oh,
Has anybody seen the original?
fuck yeah! Nobody One was great.
No, yes. Movie with Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk was fantastic.
Bob Odenkirk as John Wick, pretty much.
Yeah, and
And
Christopher Lloyd and
RZA.
not
RZA.
T.I. Was it Common?
It was RZA, wasn't it?
It was RZA. You're right.
Yeah.
It was RZA.
Mhm. Yep. Very, very fun time, that movie.
Nobody was a fantastic movie.
Yes. I'm excited for the sequel. I don't think it's going to do anything.
Yeah, 90 minutes. Spend your time on that. That shit was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Kreger is doing Resident Evil.
That's what it was.
They're remaking Resident Evil?
They are. And with Zach Kreger doing it, I'm all on board for it.
Listen, as long as Yui Bowl isn't attached to it at all, we're fine.
He's nowhere near it, man.
Oh, it's going to be great.
Let's see. We got a couple movies left. Americana is a Sydney Sweeney movie. Looks very generic. The lives of a local outsider and outcast violently intertwine when a rare Lakota ghost shirt falls onto the black market. That sounds... I'm done. I'm not even going to read the rest of that.
You lost me
thank
at
you.
Sydney Sweeney.
I'm okay. Caught Stealing. I thought that was Wes Anderson's new movie. It's actually Darren Aronofsky's next movie. Stars Vincent D'Onofrio, Austin
So
Butler.
no one cares.
I like Darren Aronofsky for the most part. Not Mother. Mother is like one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. But for the most part, I do like him. And this movie sounds interesting. Burned out ex-baseball player unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 1990s New York.
Isn't that the plot for the new Jordan Peele movie, too?
I have no idea.
That's a Jordan
Isn't
Peele
that movie,
produced
like,
movie.
called
That's
Him
not
or
a Jordan
some
Peele
shit?
movie, I found out.
Oh, the football one. Yeah.
Him.
Him, that's it. Yeah.
But he's,
yeah,
not directing that movie, I found out. I thought
Right.
he was
Really?
because the
Yeah.
marketing makes it seem like he is, but he's not.
It
He
sure as
just
shit
produced it.
does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it says Jordan Peele's Him, and then you look at the IMDb, it's like directed by not Jordan Peele. Okay.
Right.
And that was shocking, I thought.
Yeah.
So I was kind of excited for it, and I saw that. I'm like, oh, you're trying to trick me.
I'm still
Nice.
excited for it. I still think it looks great, but
You
yeah.
made a Patrick Mahomes horror movie. It's and that's what it is.
See here. Two more movies that come out in the summertime. We got
for the next.
The kid
Like
kinda
90
looks like him,
minutes?
too. Yeah.
we have The Roses, which is a remake of The War of the
War of
Roses. Yeah. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman, directed by Jay Roach. Don't think it's going to do anything.
Game
It
of
won't
Thrones
do
is
anything,
based
but
off.
that sounds
the
like
Roses,
an interesting
too.
pairing.
It's interesting.
And last but not least, we have the Toxic Avenger people. Let's go with Peter Dinklage as Toxie.
That's not going to make any money, but that fucking sounds amazing.
It's put out, like no major studio is putting that movie out. It's put out by the same people who were making the Terrifier movies.
Oh, so it's not Trauma Films anymore?
No, it's not Trauma.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It still feels like Trauma. I don't know if you've seen the trailers for any of those, but it feels like a
haven't.
Trauma flick. It
I
feels very
haven't,
low
but I'm
budget.
excited.
Yeah, no. I think
That's
there's
a
a...
huge gap for me, though. I haven't watched any of the Terrifier movies.
You haven't? Oh, it's a clown. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck clowns.
Yeah. No, Terrifier movies are awesome. Love them. But that is all of the movies coming out in summer 2025. Very excited for it, just like I always am in April, just of what is in store for summertime movie watching. That's for sure. But I think that is it. I think we've went for almost 90 minutes now. Good amount of time. Does anybody have any closing thoughts before we get out of here?
Hey, just let me know if you want me to put together a shitstorm again, and
Yes.
we'll figure that out in September.
I think we just plan on that right now. Just do
All
that
right,
regardless.
let's do it.
I'm in.
I'll put something out. We'll have it at the new place. It'll be all good.
Perfect.
All right.
Sounds good by me. Okay. This is it, everybody. Thanks for popping in here. If you have a list and you want to put it in the comments, that's fine. You can kind of play along with us. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you.